Hello everyone, this is Jay. Thanks for clicking on this video. So today we're going to be benchmarking Watch Dogs Legions, and this is the newest game from Ubisoft, the successor to the highly acclaimed Watch Dogs and Watch Dogs 2. And we have a RTX 2080 Ti with a i9-9900K overclocked to 5 GHz with 32 gigs of RAM, and we're going to be putting this game through this build and see how good we come out. We're going to be running this at 4K Ultra with ray tracing at max, and we're going to be running this 4K Ultra with ray tracing at medium and DLSS turned on to balanced. And we're going to try to see if we can hit that 60 frames per second sweet spot while maintaining good visuals and a recommended satisfying gaming experience. So guys, without further ado, let's jump right in. Gonna turn off motion blur, we don't need that, and I'm gonna keep everything else the same for the first run. Let's go.
Leave now. You're not cleared for it. That does it. Stand down now.
I heard gunfire.
Ah!
Cut this shit.
Get ready.
Alright guys, looks like we're getting an average of 46 frames per second on my RTX 2080 Ti FTW factory overclock from EVGA. So if you guys have a regular Founders 2080 Ti, you can expect probably 42, 43 frames per second. So without further ado, let's move on to our next test. We're going to be testing it out and pretty much at this point taxing the GPU and CPU to the max with max ray tracing. So let's go. Based on other RTX ray tracing games, I'm expecting a 50% or more FPS hit. So let's actually see how much of a hit we get. Here we go. We went from what, 46 to 24. Pretty big hit. Pretty big hit. So let's see what the final average FPS is. And hopefully when we turn on DLSS and turn down the ray tracing to just medium, which is the recommended visuality setting for this game, hopefully we can get some frames back, maybe even hit 60. See what happens.
shoot!
Hey, you took Jesus! Where's that coming from?
Guys, 23 frames per second. Alright, so let's do our final benchmark with DLSS and RTX both on and see how much of a difference we can get. Actually, we're gonna do something cool. We're gonna keep it ultra and keep it on balance, see what it is, and then we'll come back, bring it down from ultra to and see how it is. Already we're seeing massive improvements. So keeping DLSS at ultra and turning on keeping ray tracing at ultra and turning on
Hell with this! I'll kill you! Come on!
about 30 to 40 frames per second, which is the target for the Xbox Series X and the PlayStation 5 at 43 frames per second. Not quite as good as our first run with just 4K Ultra, but let's turn some settings down and see if we can hit the 60 frames per second that we are trying to reach while maintaining good visual gameplay and experience. So keeping it at medium for ray tracing quality and keeping the DLSS at balance is the recommended setting to use for 4K gaming on 2080 Ti 30 overall, I don't think I'll be able to 60 frames per second in this game, unfortunately, with the looks like the end of the verdict is for me use balanced and medium 4 seconds. RTX 2080 Ti. So overall, we got 2 more frames with this recommended setting than if I had just 4K native running. Alright, last benchmark, guys. I know this is a long video. Let's do it. We're going to turn ray tracing off. We're going to keep DLSS on balance, and let's see what we get. Anything under that, like if you go to like ultra performance or performance, the quality just isn't there anymore. So I don't recommend that. But if that's the last resort for you guys that don't have like really low end 20 series cards, like a 2060 or 2070 Super, and you want to achieve 60 on 4K, then go for it. But let's see what this does. Hopefully this will give us close to 60. Still looks usually the visuals are still not quite as good, but these are big difference without in this benchmark. We are able to get that 60 FPS with that one simple guys again. H4K 60 DLSS overall. There is no credit card right now on the market.